Welcome to your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's Week 10, and tonight, the number 1 Carl Albert Titans take on the Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish. And hi again, everybody. I'm Steve Marshall. Mike Ziegenhorn is alongside tonight, and as we said, it is Week 10. A lot of things yet to be decided as far as high school football is concerned, and boy, we couldn't have a better matchup than what we have tonight.
And it's great to see you, by the way.
It is that, and the weather's got.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, in Week 10, how can you beat this? 22 districts across the state are going to be decided in Week 10, and this is one of them between these two teams. You couldn't ask for a better matchup.
These two teams have met in the state championship the last 2 years. Carl Albert got the best of it the last 2 years, and we have some feature players for us to take a look at tonight. Let's start with Carl Albert and their outstanding running back, Adrian Taylor.
Yeah, they call him Rabbit for a reason because he is very elusive. We saw him a couple of weeks ago in the game against Guthrie. He had just come back from an injury. He was tearing it up. Expect to see him big time and a lot tonight.
And then on the other side of the football, also a running back and also one of the state's best, Dominic Richardson.
Yeah, they call him Nick. He's explosive. He runs over people. He doesn't like to get around anybody. He's going to run through you before anything else.
We've got a great matchup with some great ball players here this evening. It's Carl Albert, it's Bishop McGuinness, and it's up next on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Game Time on YurView is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Airco, the company you know. Tulsa Tech, for your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. And by Weoki Credit Union. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. And get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are just about set to go here tonight. A big 5A matchup. Class 5A2, Carl Albert and Bishop McGuinness, two top teams in the state. What's at stake for this evening? Well, of course, if you win this game here tonight, you're assured of having the first 2 rounds of the playoffs to play at home. And Zig, you talked to the coaches before the contest. What were their keys to the game?
Keys to the game, watch your back. And I don't mean your back, I mean the running backs.
Okay.
One for each team. We highlighted them both in the open. Everybody should keep their eyes on both of these guys. I'm talking about Taylor and Richardson. Kicks away, it's going to be important to get good field position. If you get stopped on downs, pin the other team deep in their situation. And then home on the range. You got to win tonight, not only to win the district, but you get guaranteed first 2 rounds of the playoffs at home, and that's very important in Class 5A.
Brian Pierce is the first-year head coach for the Fighting Irish. Of course, their coach from the last couple of years, Justin Jones, has gone on to take the head coaching job at Norman North. McGuinness and Carl Albert, they've met the last 2 years for the state championship. Carl Albert having won both of those. Carl Albert is 36-1 since 2016, including 9-0 this season. That only loss came to Bishop McGuinness. McGuinness is 32-5 during that same time frame. Without the 2 championships, 3 of the 5 losses have come to Carl Albert. It should be a good one. We're set to kick it off. The Irish kick it away to the Titans, and no contest. It goes into the end zone, and Carl Albert will bring it out 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And a look at the offense for the Titans. They'll have Alphonse Joseph at the left tackle, Noah Dobson and Ryan Evans, Clayton Frazier, Jacob Gentry, David Peters, and Adrian Taylor, along with Javion Traylor, Chris Beals, and Rico Wyndham. As always, plenty of skilled talent for the Titans.
And their quarterback, Ben Harris, you see him right there, sophomore, thrown for better than 1,400 yards on the season. He may be a key factor in this game tonight.
First play from scrimmage. We're all set to go. Hope you enjoy our broadcast here this evening on YurView. Handoff left side, and it's Taylor. And he's going to get out across first down yardage out to about the 33-yard line as we take a look at the Irish defense with Brendan Walker out there, Jake Helm, Tommy Ruskowski, also Evan Ely, Brandon Jacobs, Patrick Joyce, Mitchell Clayton, Aaron Beck, Carter Pierce, Cooper Wright, and Luke Tarman will double as the quarterback and as one of the cornerbacks.
Watch for a Rabbit. You saw him on the first down play right there. A nice gain on first down and good field position to start on the second play of the game for Carl Albert.
He gets the handoff on second down, tries to reverse field. Good job by the Irish defense that time as they stop him for just about a 2-yard gain.
What he's done on the year, Steve. He missed 4 games because he got hurt in the season opener. Came back about midway through the season against Classen, against Guthrie. That was kind of his return game against the Blue Jays to get that big win, continue on the momentum that they have. And now he's looking like he's almost back at full strength as they get set to try and win a district title tonight and on the way to a possibly third state championship in a row.
Second down and 8, option play to the right side. Pitch it to Taylor. Gets the corner, but good job by McGuinness. Big hit on the near side. He's going to get out to about the 38-yard line, pick up about 4, maybe 5 on the play, but that's still going to leave for 3rd and 5 coming up for the Titans. Luke Tarman coming up and making the tackle.
Yeah, Harris might have pitched the ball a little too quick there. Did give the defense a lot of time to pull up to him and decide who they're going to take. Taylor's still able to get a couple of positive yards at him.
Going to send 3 wide receivers to the top part of your screen there. Out wide to the left. Taylor in the backfield. Handoff. Good job in the backfield as he is hit and dropped immediately. And it's looking like a 3-and-out for Carl Albert. Great job defensively. Number 9 for the Irish. In on the play, Brendan Walker. One of the many of the Irish in on that play.
Well, great job by the defensive front. Brad Basie, number 54, the first guy in there to disrupt everything. So Taylor couldn't even get stopped. So he's up from his linebacker position. Nobody even blocked him. Ran straight through the hole, and Taylor had nowhere to go.
4th down and 6 for Carl Albert. And they'll kick it away, and they'll throw it instead, and they got the first down. Fake punt on the first down play, and they complete the pass as they get it out on the wing there to number 5, who makes the reception for the Titans, and that's going to be a first down in McGuinness territory.
Wow, 14-yard pickup, and I think they saw something on film that McGuinness had been doing and knew that play was going to be there because the punter just took the step and looked up, and the receiver, Tavion Robinson, was wide open.
So spot the ball at the 49-yard line. These two teams very familiar with each other. As we said, so many years, district championships. You had Guthrie at their peak of their run for a while, along with Deer Creek, all in the same district. And there goes Taylor. Taylor inside the 20, and they're not going to get him. No flags in the play. Touchdown, Adrian Taylor, 49 yards on the run, and the Titans draw first blood. Wow.
It's been a steady diet of Taylor on this whole drive, except a punt on 4th down where they had to pass. Look at this, just a quick delay, and then outside, all he's got to do is beat one man, and it's off to the races, and 49 yards later, he's in the end zone.
Very, very special athlete, and they've got one on the other side of the football as well tonight. We could be gearing up for one for the history books. Extra point attempt is on the way. It's up, and it is good. So it only took 2 minutes and 57 seconds, 6 plays, and the Carl Albert Titans on the touchdown run from Adrian Taylor from 49 yards out. He got to the corner zig, and he was gone.
Yeah, he got to the edge. Nice blocking by all the guys up front. He got to the edge. There's nobody out there. One of the defensive backs had to come up and try and make a tackle and take another look at it. everybody blocking down. The defensive end went down, and there you see maybe the safety had come up, and he just sidestepped him, and it's 49 yards into the end zone.
Little counter play. They fake going to the right first, and then you can see not only is he fast, not only is he big and strong, but he's got moves as well. Very successful first drive for Carl Albert. And that means that the Irish will be called upon to answer. Mike Corley is the head coach. He is in his second year.
Hadn't lost a game. How
Pretty
about
impressive,
that?
yeah. He didn't want to talk about it when we were talking before the game.
He said, how many in a row in this? He goes, yeah, we're not going to talk about
Next
it.
question.
They won 14 last year, obviously, went on state. First time in the history of Carl Albert.
How about that?
All the state titles they've had, they've gone undefeated in a season.
It always had that hiccup, as we said, when they had the Irish in that same district, as well as Guthrie, as well as Deer Creek. Man, that was the SEC of high school football, if you will.
Well, Gary Rose, 22 years, 10 titles. He won 219 games. He averaged almost 10 wins a season.
Amazing. Kick goes into the end zone, automatic touchback, and the Irish will bring it out to the 20-yard line as we take a look at the offense for the Fighting Irish of Bishop McGuinness Catholic High School. You've got Ben Tallwater, Charlie Covington, Carter Larson, Tommy Ruskowski, Miguel Brown, Aaron Beck, Dominic Richardson, Brandon Knight, Brendan Walker, and Graham Murray.
Luke Tarman is their quarterback, number 17, also a sophomore. Thrown for 648 yards and 8 touchdowns. He also has rushed for 9, so a pretty good combination in the backfield with him. And number 2, Nick they call him, Dominic Richardson.
First play from scrimmage for the Irish from their own 20-yard line. Going to run it to, or they're going to throw it. Play action pass going downfield. Good coverage back there. And it looks like it's intercepted, taken away by the Titans. Great job back there. Number 10 for Carl Albert. That's Rico Wyndham.
Now they went for broke on the first play. I mean, you don't want to get in a situation where you think we got to do something real quick, but they did. Nice thrown ball, good defense.
He just took it away.
Went up and got it, made the grab for Rico Wyndham.
Brandon Jacobs was the intended receiver out there. It looked like he had partial possession at one time. But just a great job to come down with the football by Wyndham.
Now the McGuinness defense has to march back out there and worry about stopping number 16 again.
Stepping up, throwing the ball for the far side. Got a receiver out there, complete. On the run, it's Chris Fields, another very talented skill athlete for the Carl Albert Titans. And the Titans are hitting on all cylinders here in the early going.
38-yard pass on the first down. Just, McGuinness probably thinking the same thing I was. We got a key on Taylor, and instead the receiver Beals gets behind the defense, one of the leading receivers for this team, and makes the big catch.
Memory serves me right. Beals did a lot of fill-in work for Taylor when he was injured. He can get open downfield as well and then take a short pass and turn it into something big. Here's a pass to the far side. That one's going to be behind the intended receiver. Trying to hook up out there with Anthony Davis, and that one is incomplete. The Irish 25-yard line. Just settling into our seats. We've got a lot of action going so far.
Telling you what, this got to be the game of the week in the state.
Absolutely, yeah, it was.
2 undefeated district teams, one 9-0, Carl Albert. McGuinness 8-1. They lost their first game of the year to Del City, got blown out, and since then they blew everybody else out up until last week, and they're in a position at 8-1 to win the district.
Here's a running play. Taylor starts outside, then goes up the middle. He'll pick up about 3 yards. Nice gain on the play. After the incomplete pass, though, that'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
Tries to cut it up inside. Off where the left guard would have been. The hole was there. He cut back, but McGuinness did a nice job defensively.
Line of scrimmage at the 22-yard line in Irish territory. This is a big 3rd down right here. We've already seen that Carl Albert is not afraid to take some chances. Two-by-two look. 2 wide receivers to each side. Going to loft the pass high, incomplete. Threw it where only a Titan could catch it and overthrew him in doing so. That'll bring up a 4th down call coming up for the Titans.
Well defended that time by McGuinness. Quarterback Harris was looking for somebody, thinking one of his receivers was going to be open, and he just threw it away from Taylor. And, it's 4 down territory right here, Steve, at the 21. It'll be a 38-yard field goal. And it looks they are going to go for it.
Ryan Pierce, the head coach, longtime assistant here at McGuinness, his first year at the helm. 4th down and 7. Harris dropping to throw. Little Utah pass. That's knocked loose. That's an incomplete pass. That is a forward pass. But a good job defensively by the Irish, because that wasn't going to go anywhere anyhow, as you watch the replay.
Yeah, they tried to turn. That's a little bit longer than a shovel pass than you'd like to normally see. And you're right, it is a forward pass when you flip it forward up behind the line of scrimmage like that. So incomplete, not a fumble. And McGuinness's defense steps it up.
Take a look at the defense with Alphonse Joseph and Ethan Ridenour. Knapp, Fulkerson, Peters, Collier, Britt, Hunt, Mosley, and the rest of the gang out there for the Titans. Running play to the right side. And you can see just moving the pile forward.
5-yard gain for
Dominic Richardson on the carry, picks up about 5.
He is a load, Steve. I'm telling you. 6'1", 197. He does not shy away from contact at all, and you saw it right there on that 1st down run. He ran head first into the pile, lowered his shoulder, and pushed it forward.
Received an offer from Missouri this week after already receiving offers from Arkansas, Colorado, Iowa State, Nebraska, and Memphis.
Well, you saw it right there, too, as he carried David Peters with him. Oklahoma State has also shown interest in this young man. I mean, he's just a junior, but watch this. Boom. He just runs right into Peters and piles forward.
He got hurt in this game last year and did not play in the postseason, which made their run, the Irish's run to the state championship finals, all the more impressive.
Now, broke his leg in the Week 10 contest a year ago and pushed him even harder to get back into a position that he is this year.
Penalty on the play. Going to go against the Irish. Here's your call.
False start on the offense. Be repeat, 3rd down.
So 3rd down now, and let's call it 7 for the Irish. Receiver comes in motion. Option to the left side. Carmen keeps it. Gets over 1 tackler. Is going to get out to about the 29, but that's going to be about 3 yards shy of the necessary yardage for the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down for Bishop McGuinness as they change out and they look as though they are going to punt. You thought that earlier, though. A little different in the field position. Keep an eye out,
yeah. That was one of the keys to the game. Kicks away, important in the kicking game. You either pin them deep or watch for the fake.
Line drive punt taken on the run at the 37-yard line. On the return is Anthony Davis. Davis has lots of running room in that far side of the field and is finally taken out of bounds, but a nice return deep into Irish territory down at about the 26-yard line. 36-yard return on the play. Here's a look.
Yeah, it was a low line drive kick, so he got the ball before the special teams had a chance to get down there, and he got some speed behind him. He got the legs running and had a big opening on that left side, cut it right up the middle.
Carl Albert always has so many great athletes. It's not a case of 1 or 2. We're talking, a half dozen or so that really, really can get after it. And here is Rabbit. Taylor starts inside, goes outside. Tightrope along the far sidelines. They're going to knock him or spot him out of bounds. Looks like inside the 10-yard line at about the 8, maybe the 7-yard line for Adrian Taylor.
21-yard scamper if they're putting him down at the 7, and they do. And again, nothing where the hole was supposed to be. He just kicks it outside. The defensive end on that right side is kind of falling in a little bit. he's got wide open green space out there in front of him.
7 carries, 88 yards, and we've only played 6.5 minutes of football. Harris going to keep it this time. Tries to elude the tackle. A good job by the Irish. Harris was looking for something and never quite found it. Or it was actually Taylor on the Wildcat snap, apparently. Direct snap to Taylor, and he couldn't find anything.
Well, they ran this play when they faced Guthrie a couple of weeks ago. And I think they ran it about 5 or 6 times in a row late in the game. They were trying to burn clock, and we got a penalty on the play. Trying to burn some clock and get the ball down the field, score some more points. And you could tell Taylor was dog-tired because it was one of the first games he'd come back to play. But it was successful. They just kept getting 3, 4, 5 yards of pop out of it.
Just look at your guys in the striped shirts for this evening. Ernie DeBernard is your referee. Sean Stone, Craig Bradshaw, Rodney Harding, and Mark Ebel. Penalty on the play will spot the ball now at the 18-yard line in McGuinness territory. Clock running goes under the 5-minute mark with Carl Albert on top, leading at 7-0. They scored. Touchdown on the very first possession, a 49-yard run by Adrian Taylor. Harris is the quarterback as Taylor comes out to the far side. And a timeout taken by McGuinness. I think they wanted to get a look at what Carl Albert was going to line up, and they wanted to make adjustments accordingly. We're going to take a timeout. 7-0, Titans on top with 4:44 left to go here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Game Time Keys to the Game are brought to you by Tulsa Tech. For your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Are you looking to build a career in the high-demand and high-paying field of construction? What are you waiting for? Tulsa Tech offers affordable, hands-on training and state-of-the-art facilities. Great training that can give you confidence. Get trained in fields like carpentry, electricity, HVAC, masonry, and welding. To learn how Tulsa Tech can help you make your own path to a successful career, call 918-828-5000 or visit tulsatech.edu.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Back at Fribble Stadium here on the campus of Bishop McGuinness Catholic High School.
They act like it's cold. What's it? I mean, we're outside.
We're going to have to get a shot. One of the cameramen get us up here. We are like the Beatles tonight. We're up on the roof.
We're in our shorts and tank tops. I don't know why these people are so, what's the deal?
All right, here we go. Titans with the football. Harris, play action. Now he's going to roll. Escapes the would-be tackler. And he's going to get down to about the 13-yard line. Almost had him in the backfield for what would have been a bigger loss, but he was able to escape that. Let's take a look at the replay.
Well, again, good job by the McGuinness secondary. Nobody open, so Harris is going to take off and run. And might have been got away with a horse collar there, but tackled down at the 18.
Who are those good-looking guys up there?
Oh, hey. See, we got shorts on and nobody knows.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We braved the cold.
Yes, we did. Trying to be like Dave Davies, one of our photographers, always wearing shorts.
Yes. Taylor breaking tackles inside the 5-yard line down to about the 4. Not one man is going to bring that man down. You got to have some help. There's the pitch. Kind of a right-handed pitch. That's different. Breaking tackles and falling forward and getting inside the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal coming up.
It's so hard to bring down on first contact. And if you don't, he's quick enough, he's going to get 5, 7, 10 yards of pop, if not more.
3rd and goal from the 4. Taylor takes the direct snap in the backfield. Is bottled up. A lot of pushing going on. He did not get in. Line judge on the far side is lined up at about the 1-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal from the 1. I don't think Carl Albert kicks many field goals. I'm just guessing.
No. Well, they got a freshman kicker, Jacob Eddy. Has done a nice job on the season, but when you got Taylor back there and you can snap to him, you just keep running the ball.
One of the Irish down on the play. Number 72 for Bishop McGuinness, and that is Miguel Brown, junior defensive lineman. I'm going to take a look at him, and hopefully it's nothing serious. Obviously, we always hope that with all the young athletes out there. Gives the opportunity to the coaches to talk it over. McGuinness on the defensive side of the football, and then Carl Albert on the offensive side of the football. In District 2, Carl Albert, perfect 6-0, 9-0 overall. Bishop McGuinness is 6-0 also, 8-1, as Zig said, that loss earlier to Del City. Guthrie is in third place, and then that fourth place is Piedmont and Woodward. They play each other tonight, so obviously the winner of that game will draw the fourth spot in District 2, and they will have to go on the road to take on Ardmore, who is going to be the winner in District 1. Second place in District 1 looks as though it's going to be the Altus Bulldogs. Duncan will finish third, and then the final playoff spot in District 1 is between El Reno and Lawton MacArthur, and they play each other tonight.
Well, and you mentioned Lawton Mac. They have 18 straight winning seasons, Steve. They're 4-5 going into the game tonight. They're not going to have a winning, I mean, unless you count 500 as a winning season, I wouldn't.
No.
That means McGuinness has now tied them for the longest streak of winning seasons because they're on 18 right now this year with the 8-1 record that they have.
Interesting. Lawton MacArthur was state champion not too many years ago. I remember being part of that game out at UConn. All right.
McGuinness has won state titles, but in Class 4A, have yet to get one since the move up to 5A.
They got those back in 05 and 06. They shut out Douglas in back-to-back years in convincing fashion. 4th and goal from the 1. But there's movement out there. The snap goes off of Harris's hands. He retreats, and they're not going to get in. Adrian Taylor. And that's going to be a turnover. There's the direct snap, goes high into the air. He brings it back down, but a good job by the Irish defense as they're able to bottle him up. Attack from both sides and coming up with the big play. Number 64 for the Irish, Jake Helm, among others, because like I said, they had him covered up pretty well from all angles.
Well, the high snap messed everything up. Kind of disrupts the whole play. And while Taylor did a nice job of getting the ball and not fumbling it, he just had nowhere to go.
Fake the handoff and then keep it. Quarterback run to the right side, but not much there. Maybe a yard. McGuinness is dodging some bullets here in the early going.
To me, I mean, you got a top running back. Get in the ball.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're trying to outsmart themselves by let's do this because they know they're going to be keying on Richardson. Get him the ball. The last time he had it, he had 2 big runs and had 9 yards. And then they end up getting a penalty, but give him the ball.
Richardson gets it this time, and they're waiting for it. They stop him in about the 5. That's going to be a loss on the play. I ran into former McGuinness coach Kenny Young before the contest, and he said, Steve, Dominic Richardson is probably the best skill athlete I have seen at Bishop McGuinness ever. And don't get to see it on that particular player, but I'm going to lay odds that we're going to see it before the night's out.
Oh, yeah. David Peters with the tackle. The last couple of weeks, Richardson put 143 with a couple of touchdowns on Piedmont, and then 221 versus Guthrie last week.
Tarman straight ahead, keeps it this time. But very quickly, Carl Albert closes the gap. And the Irish not able to do much, and they're going to have to punt from probably inside their own end zone once again. Coming up, making the play, among others, for Carl Albert. Number 22, that was Peters, as you said, with a nice play.
Carl Albert's going to get good field position again. They've been living in McGuinness territory here in this first quarter.
Punt is away. Going to hit it about the 43-yard line. Started to want to take it, but decided to let it go and stop dead. It will be in Irish territory at the 48-yard line with just 54 seconds remaining. And we remind you that coming up next week, we're not quite sure exactly who it's going to be just yet, but there will be a Ford game of the week to take you to the playoffs. Check out YurView.com for the game that we'll be bringing you next week. Game time will be 7:30 for the first round playoff action of the Ford Game of the Week right here on YurView Channel 3. Something about playoff football. Just get the fires going, doesn't it?
I can't believe it's November 2nd.
I know.
Where'd the month of October go?
Absolutely. Little swing pass to the near side. Pass is caught there by Chris Veal. Short gain of 2 on the play. Yeah, I mean, just boom, it's here and it's gone.
We'll be eating turkey dressing before we know it, won't we?
That's right.
That's 3 weeks out.
That's not too far
3
away.
weeks from yesterday.
They always say as you get older, the time goes by faster, and I've certainly become a firm believer in that. Not that I'm getting any older. From the 46-yard line, Titans, Harris, keeper, reverses field, crawls forward, but again, a nice job by the McGuinness defense. Number 12 coming up and making the tackle. That's Mitchell Clayton.
Bring up a 3rd and 5. That's the end of the first quarter.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter of play. Mike Corley, he likes what he's seen so far. He wants to see some more points, but right now his Titans on top. They lead McGuinness 7-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect. And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. During Ford SUV season, get 0% for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. And get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
Winter's just around the corner, so it's a great time to replace your furnace before you need it most.
A planned replacement can save you thousands of dollars while improving the comfort and efficiency of your home.
Don't get caught in the cold. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
No one thinks about their water heater until it fails.
At that point, you have a huge mess on your hands with water damage everywhere.
A planned water heater replacement can save you a lot of trouble.
Right now, you can save big on a new high-efficiency water heater.
Call Airco Service.
The company you know.
Welcome back. Concession stand is open. I'm sure Ziegenhorn is down there somewhere. I sent him to go get us
I got a cheeseburger before the game. It was good. Sister Sanchez snacks.
Irish going to throw the ball to Taylor out of the backfield, trying to get to the corner. Takes a hit there at the end, and they're going to spot him. Looks like he's going to be a little short.
Yeah.
Just inside the 40-yard line. Need to get it to about the 40 or the 38. Here's a look at the replay.
So he had the angle on the defense, and then right as he cut it upfield, he stepped out of bounds. And he's going to be about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards shy of the first down.
And another 4th down. I know this already probably exceeds the number of 4th down teams going for it in any one game that I've seen all year. We've seen a lot of it so far here this evening. Some has been good, some has not worked out so well.
It's Taylor again in the Wildcat.
Why not? Keeps it, runs it, first down. Spinning his way inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line.
And they just walled everybody up at the line of scrimmage, and he looked where the hole was, and it was outside. He took 2 quick steps, and he had the first down.
So look at the replay, and you can just see, just by looking at him and his physique, what type of a player he is.
11-yard pickup on 4th and 2, Steve, and here they are again in McGuinness territory.
They list him at 5'10", 170, but he plays like somebody that's 5'10" and 195 or something. He's strong, he's powerful, he's very quick. We've seen him be elusive. Seen him have a run designed to go up the middle between the tackles that he's able to bounce outside. Here he is again. This one doesn't work. He circles the wagons. Outside. Now he's in trouble. He's going to rewind. Needs a block. Gets into the secondary, and he ran about 70 yards to pick up about 7.
Yeah, but it's a positive 7 yards.
Absolutely.
Better than losing 7 because he could have easily lost 7 as he gets, look at this, way outside. Everybody from McGuinness is over there except one player, and then he's going to cut right inside of him and then spin forward for 7. As you said, ran about 70 to get 7.
Kind of reminds me of a rabbit.
That's why he's got that nickname. He's just elusive.
Can't catch him.
You used to catch those rabbits in your backyard in St. Louis,
right,
didn't
sure,
you? Yeah.
all the time. Little swing pass to the outside, caught, lunging for the first down. Going to depend upon the spot. Looks as though going to be a little short. They're going to put him right down there on the 20-yard line.
That was Anthony Davis with the catch that time.
Timeout, McGuinness.
And McGuinness called the timeout. The defensive coordinator is not real happy with the way things are going for the McGuinness defense. See him right there.
You've got the the way it's set up right here, and McGuinness, as we said, has been dodging a couple of bullets so far here in this early going. And that allows me time to tell you about what's coming up on Over the Middle. Of course, now is the time of the year when we see surprises emerge on the recruiting trail, and nobody's a bigger surprise than the Arkansas Razorbacks. Jeremy Crabtree will have a discussion about the Razorbacks and their resurgence with Richard Davenport. You can check it out, find out more, get all the details by going to YurView.com. For all you folks that are recruiting Knicks that love to know who's coming and who's coming in the weekend and who's going to be at the barbecue and all that good stuff. That's important. That's how you build your team. And we're watching 2 running backs right here in Taylor and in Richardson that are both getting lots of looks.
Got Taylor in the Wildcat again.
3rd and about 2, straight ahead. Just pile drives his way. He's got the first down. Got to wonder what the number of plays, because McGuinness has certainly been on defense a lot tonight so far. And to their credit, to this point, they've only given up the 7 points. They need to escape one more time, you would think.
I can tell you McGuinness has only run 9 plays.
Wow. You saw our vantage point a little while ago. Right next to us is the Carl Albert coaching staff. Dare I say that Ziegenhorn's been calling some of these plays.
22, this is play 23 on the night for Carl Albert. And Mike Corley calls a timeout before they can run that 23rd play. But almost 2.5 times more plays, and most of those plays have been in McGuinness territory.
Yeah, there really has been. I think the play clock was in danger of running out there, is why they took that timeout. Here you can see Coach Corley on the sidelines.
And the thing is, broadcasters that we love on a night like this when we're outside, these teams run the football.
Absolutely.
And you know what that means?
Goes faster.
The clock is moving.
The clock keeps running.
We may have to put on some sweatpants at halftime. I'm starting to get a little cold with these shorts.
Just sit closer, okay?
Yeah. We may need some hot chocolate.
That is for sure. Rod Thompson, where are you?
Well, man, beautiful night. It's a great facility here. I've never been to a game over here before, so definitely was looking forward to coming out here. And it's right off the highway. I mean, you could throw a football out toward the highway and probably hit a car driving by.
There you go. We'll send Tyler down there or somebody to run us back some hot chocolate. I think Rod did a report one time from the hot chocolate stand over there.
Did he?
Somewhere. I don't remember if it was here or not. We've done a few games here. We set it down. It's 1st and 10 for Carl Albert. Taylor looking for some running room, finds it, runs over a couple guys.
We talked about Richardson not shying away from contact. I think Taylor's not shying away from contact either. He could have stepped out of bounds. And watch it. Gets the ball. Then there he just takes off and then runs right through one of the defenders, pushing forward for extra yards.
Cooper Wright came up to make the tackle. He absorbed the hit from Richardson, who picks up 8 on the play. Inside the 10-yard line. They can still get a first down without getting a touchdown. Irish have made the stand twice already. They need another. Can they do it? Taylor gets to the outside, and Taylor gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Carl Albert.
Well, it didn't take long. Great blocking up front. He just veered outside, and nobody's out there. And he ran through one arm tackle. Look at this hole on the outside. And there's one arm tackle. He just tried to grab his jersey. He was far enough along. He was just able to spin his way into the end zone. And he's got 2 touchdowns on the night. Definitely over 100 yards rushing for him.
Extra point is up and good. And so the Titans have increased their lead. Now out to 14-0. Once again, here's a look. And you'll see a great block by number 81, Zach Worth, tight end, towards the end of the play here. And that allows Taylor to get into the end zone for another 6 points. And even though he's played just half the season, he's going to have some pretty good numbers when the season is over.
If you are a veteran, either active duty, retired, reserve, or National Guard.
Well, the play disparity, as you pointed out, what is it, 24-9 now, or 25?
Yeah, 24-9. And that was a 9-play drive. They ate up about 3:14 on the clock, Steve, to get that one downfield. Started at the 48-yard line of McGuinness. So they started McGuinness territory, went down and scored, and it was run the whole time.
Well, and the
started
Irish
out with a pass, and everything after that was a run.
The Irish now are going to have to come up with something offensively. They've hung in there defensively, but have given up the 2 scores. Now they've got to be able to come back and get some points of their own. They can do it, but I'm like you. I don't think they've given Richardson the ball enough. I would look for that to change. 9:40 left to go here before halftime. Titans to kick it away. Good foot, taken all the way back to about the 8-yard line. Irish on the return out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. And that's Tarman, who does a little bit of everything. He quarterbacks, he's on the cornerback, and he's also on the special teams as we take a look at that scoring drive.
Well, it was a lot of Taylor. Taylor. There was 2 passes in there. One of them was complete. The rest of the drive, it was him. There he runs one defender over, and that set him up. 9 plays, 52 yards. And his 7-yard touchdown run as he gets it into the end zone, just like that.
There's a handoff to Richardson, and he'll get a couple of yards, but that Titan defense, they're not all offense by any means. They can play a little D as well. Mike Corley is from that side of the football.
Now Richardson got 2 on that carry. You're right, it's going to have to be a steady diet at the hand. They need to keep their defense off the field.
Quick pass to the near side, that's complete. And that's going to be a nice gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short. A little bit more than a yard, but not quite 2 yards to get as you take a look at the quick toss to the near side. Pass there caught by Graham Murray.
Okay, just a quick little out route by Murray. Tarman able to hit him. Timing was on that time. And it puts him in a manageable situation to pick up what would be their first down of the game.
Tarman's going to keep it. He's got lots of running room. As everybody went for Richardson on that play, Tarman keeps it, gets over the left side, gets out near midfield, and a first down for the Irish.
Gain of 9 to get him up to the 48-yard line, and a nice run by Tarman. You're right, they keyed on Richardson. He stepped outside and had a big hole to run through.
Irish very quickly to the line of scrimmage, bobbled the snap, lost it, and they're going to lose 3 yards.
Yeah, low snap on that one, but Tarman able to corral it, keep control of it.
Look again, that was just a low snap. Did well to come up with it, and then nowhere to go. Finally brought down there by number 53 on the defense. That is Alphonse Joseph, 6'1", 190. He's a junior.
They should give credit for a sack on that one as they lost yards on first down.
2nd and 13. Irish a little more deliberate this time. Tarman going to keep it, turns it upfield, gets across midfield. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 7.
6-yard keep.
They are in Carl Albert territory for the first time tonight. Got a nice drive going here, had a decent kickoff return. Started at their own 29. And here they are, 5 plays later into Carl Albert territory.
Big 3rd down here for the Irish. Tarman keeps it, he's in trouble. 3 defenders right there. He somehow does throw it and it's intercepted. Not a wise choice there. Number 2, Dominic Richardson playing defense. I'm sorry, number 2 for Carl Albert. That's Jonathan Mosley with the interception.
Yeah,
you know they want to have that one back.
That's almost where he's a sophomore. You just want to say, hey, we know you're trying to make a play. Go down with the ball. But now instead of Carl Albert maybe having the ball pinned deep inside their own 20, the interception by Mosley puts him at the 49 right near midfield.
So a big play by the defense for the Titans now, and once again the Irish defense is asked to make a stop on this potent Carl Albert offense. Play action pass, far side, incomplete.
Not a bad call on first down. Try and catch him maybe off guard a little bit, thinking we're going to get more Taylor. Instead, it's Harris with the throw.
Line of scrimmage right at the 49-yard line. And both these quarterbacks just sophomores.
Harris won the state championship last year, played in the game as a freshman.
2nd down and 10. Handoff. Taylor spins, and this time the Irish in the backfield, and a big loss. One of the first ones there, number 8, is Cooper Turlip.
5-yard loss on the play.
Now their defense been about 5 to 7 minutes on the sideline, Steve. I think they got a little bit coached up and a little bit of a chance to rest, because right there, 4 guys in the backfield, Taylor had nowhere to go.
So all the way back to the 39-yard line, going to bring up a 3rd down and 15 now for the Titans as the clock makes its way under 6:20 to play in this first half. Turlip with a nice play there.
Taylor lost 5.
Harris going to roll it to the right, looking, throwing, shows off the nice arm, coming back for the ball. The flag is thrown. The defender lost his footing.
He got pushed, but they were both pushing on each other the whole time. Anthony Davis, I think it's probably going to end up being offensive pass interference, don't you?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Pass interference on the defense.
Ooh. Wow. I guess I was wrong. They were tugging and pushing at each other.
I halfway expected them to have a meeting there to sort that out, but it's going to be called against McGuinness. Maybe it was something before we picked up the replay there. Because I'm with you. I thought that was, if anything, it was more on the offense than the defense. Nonetheless, Carl Albert has it, and now they have a first down at the McGuinness 41-yard line.
Big play on 3rd and 15.
Beals, top of your screen, goes wide right. When in doubt, give it to Taylor. Inside the 40. And he's going to get inside the 35 to about the 34. It's a very patient runner, too. Takes little steps, always looking to make that quick burst and that cut.
When he does it, almost like he's going to lull the defense to sleep, because you're looking at him and you're going, this guy is not that fast or not that quick, but he is. Look at him. just right here, just waiting, stepping around people. And then he didn't really get a chance there, but that's where you'd see him just take off at that point.
If I try to make those moves, you end up falling down, is what happened.
He's got 141 yards here in the first half.
He's not done. Going to take the pitch here. Reverse field, cut up in between. Loses some yardage that way.
They throw in that 70 when he ran side to side. He's over 200, right?
Right. Nowhere to go. Good job by the Irish defense. They had him well contained on that one. And once again, Evan Ely is the first guy there.
They may have lost a couple on that one. Taylor off the pitch. The quarterback, running back rate closeness, they're too spaced out, and Harrison allowing the defense to commit to him. And by the time he pitches it, there's 2 or 3 defenders back there.
Talking about pitch integrity.
Yep. Thank you.
There's a throw downfield. Got a receiver out there, but just a little too far out in front. That's going to bring up another 4th down. But as we know, Carl Albert is in 4-down territory just about anywhere on the field.
After Carl Albert, you might as well go for it. You've pretty much dominated this game with your offense, and it looks like they are going to punt. And Harris is the punter. So look out. We saw a fake already earlier in this game on their first series in their own territory.
Anthony Davis felt like he was there and should have had the ball delivered to him. They are in punt formation. And they do kick this one away. Good kick, angled towards the right corner. Takes a hard bounce, and they're only going to net about 21 yards on the kick as they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. We'll take a timeout. Be right back on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Are you looking for a career where you can work anywhere and even travel the world? Do you have a passion to work with people, plan events, or own your own restaurant? Tulsa Tech can help you build a successful career with exciting hospitality programs. Programs like culinary arts, restaurant and lodging management, and event planning. Make your own path to a successful career you love by calling Tulsa Tech at 918-828-5000 or apply online at tulsatech.edu.
Game Time Keys to the Game are brought to you by Tulsa Tech. For your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
We're back. Welcome again to Bishop McGuinness Catholic High School. 14-0. Titans on top of the Irish. McGuinness getting the football now at their own 20-yard line with 4:12 left to go in this first half. Tarman going to keep it straight up the middle. Going to get 4, close to 5 yards on the carry. And it's almost as if Carl Albert is daring them to, give the ball to Richardson. They're going to stop everything there and make somebody else beat them. And to this point so far, they've not been able to do much offensively. Richardson will get the handoff straight up the middle. Nowhere to go. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Now the Irish in danger of giving Carl Albert the football back again with more than enough time to do some damage. Luke Tarman, the quarterback. And they're going to take a timeout, it appears. Because nobody seemed to be exactly on the right page. And with 3:10 left to go here in this first half of play, a timeout taken by the Irish. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we have the Giga Blast from Cox halftime show. We'll have the state champion, Bishop McGuinness cheerleaders, performing for us at the intermission. We'll also take a look at some of the stats from that first half of play and the highlights as well, and much, much more. Maybe even check some of the scores from across the state. As you heard, there are plenty of playoff spots that are up for grabs tonight, depending upon who wins. Also positioning taking place this evening. It is week 10, the final week of the regular season, as we get ready for postseason play next week. And don't forget, on Monday, we will have well in mind who we will be covering on YurView with our opening round playoff game. 3rd down and 6 for the Irish. Tarman gives to Richardson, and the Carl Albert defense is playing lights out right now. Tarman can tell is frustrated, and that'll bring up a 4th down situation. The clock is running. You can see there, they give it to Richardson. He is met right away. Tackle by that Carl Albert defense, and it seems as almost they are knowing the playbook and the play call. Punting situation, kick is away. Kick bobbled, picked back up, taking it about the 45-yard line. Breaks a couple of tackles, gets across midfield. And I'm going to say, just guessing, that if there's been 6 or 7 possessions tonight, 5 of those have begun in McGuinness territory. And they will start once again. You take a look. Davis bobbles the punt, picks it up, then gets a nice return across midfield all the way to about the 48-yard line. And that's where they'll put it in play, 1st and 10, with 2:26 left to go, trying to add to a 14-0 lead here in this first half. Coming out to the near side, Anthony Davis. Slot receiver near side as well. But they're going to give it to Taylor. Starts, stops, inside, outside, back inside. He's just juking and moving in there and ends up picking up about 5 yards on the carry.
Hey, Steve, I'm down here on the McGuinness sideline and a little quiet. You know, this is a game for the district championship. Both teams undefeated in district play, and I think what Carl Albert has done, the ball control here in the first half, the fact that their defense has shut down the McGuinness offense, they might be a little bit in shock.
Yeah, they seem to be. The defense has played extremely well tonight. Here's a running play. Taylor trying to get to the outside. He's going to be spilled, maybe picks up a yard or 2. But yeah, by you getting down on the sideline and sensing that, and I'm looking over the ledge here now, and doesn't seem to be a whole lot of rah-rah going on for McGuinness. They really, really need to stop here.
Yeah, not on the sideline and not up in the stands either. I walked right through the student section, and there wasn't a whole lot going on.
Well, there's not a whole lot to cheer about right now. I mean, quite frankly, Carl Albert has taken the ball game to the Irish. Davis goes wide right. In the slot, Rico Wyndham. 3rd down and 5 for the Titans. Play action pass. Harris going to roll it out. Looking downfield. Throws, has a receiver, and maybe getting a hand on it right at the very end. Broken up there by number 8. Cooper Turlip seems to be everywhere.
The pass was there, might have been just a shade behind him, but a great throw by Harris. He was rolling to his right and has to throw that one back across his body, and the receiver was definitely behind the defense. It could have been another 6 points for the Titans.
He flashed a hand up there. It was hard to tell whether or not he got a hand on the throw or just got his hand in the line of vision there.
Yeah, the defender didn't touch the ball. It's just right. It was kind of on the receiver's back shoulder instead of out in front of him.
So now 56 remaining here in the half. Punting situation. Harris again angles it for the far right side, takes that vicious bounce again towards the end zone, and it's going to stop dead at the 5-yard line. So the Irish, with 45 seconds left, you would have to think that they're probably not going to try to do much here. They're going to take the 14-point deficit, and probably, Zig, ought to be pretty happy that it's not a lot worse.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, Carl Albert has dominated both sides of the ball. They've converted a couple of 4th downs. And there's been a couple other times on 4th down where they were not as successful. And they do have 2 timeouts. So, even if McGuinness tries to run it, burn the clock, Carl Albert will probably use both those timeouts.
You could have some type of gadget play, but you got to make sure that it is not turned over by any way. Running play, Richardson. Carl Albert is just, they look like they prepared for Richardson all week long.
They're swarming to the football, Steve. I mean, they've got their eyes on him. That ball was handed off to him, and they had players headed right toward him.
So the clock running under 25 seconds. They have not started the play clock, so the Irish, if they choose not to, does not have to run another play here in this half.
They're not going to run another play. There's no need to. That'll be half. Unless Carl Albert decides to call a timeout. Coach Corley may be happy going to the locker room with the 14-0 lead.
All right, so that's the way the half will end, with Carl Albert in control on the scoreboard and in control, no doubt, on the field, offensively and defensively. McGuinness never got anything going offensively. Their defense, however, you got to give them a clap on the back for holding Carl Albert to just the 14 points. Because Carl Albert and the Titans had great field position throughout the entire first half, and they were able to stop them from getting any more points on the board. I think Zig and I both agree that they could easily have another 7, maybe even another 14 points on the board. But the Irish defense doing a good job keeping them out. Don't forget our Giga Blast from Cox halftime show is coming your way. Zig is going to have some interviews here at halftime. And, of course, we'll have some highlights and some stats as well. Let's go down to the field once again and Mike Ziegenhorn.
All right, Steve. Coach Taylor, 145 yards in the first half. It was a steady diet of him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. We got to do a better job, though, staying on blocks, getting the linebackers, and getting a better push. He's doing a lot of that. We got to do a better job blocking.
How about defensively? You pretty much shut them down.
Proud of our defense. Defensive front is really coming off the football. Linebackers are flying, and secondary's made a couple of big plays back there on the interception. So like what I see there.
All right, Coach, 24 minutes to a district title.
We got to play second half.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Steve, up to you.
Spoken like a coach, Mike Corley. And his Titans on top. They lead it by a score of 14-0 here at the halftime intermission. We're going to take a timeout, and we will bring you the Giga Blast from Cox show coming up here at halftime right after this timeout.
The Giga Blast halftime show, powered by Cox, is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Airco, the company you know. Tulsa Tech, for your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. And by Weoki Credit Union. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Good morning, Bella.
Good morning.
Are you ready?
Yeah. 5 little monkeys.
Yay, Bella!
Hold still. Almost done.
Oh, Bella, I really love playing with you.
Thanks, Grandma. I really like our visits.
Whatever tech tomorrow dreams up, you'll be ready with Giga Blast. Future speed internet is here from Cox.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
It's that time of year to get your furnace checked.
That's right, and our trouble-free guarantee makes it easy.
If your furnace breaks down this season, this tune-up's on us. So call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back to our Gigablast from Cox halftime show. You can see our score there, 14-0. Carl Albert on top of Bishop McGuinness is our halftime score. Very dominant first half by the Carl Albert Titans. And the student section enjoying the action so far here this evening. And here's a look at some of the state track and field record holders being recognized tonight.
Record holder.
And here's a look at the new board that they just put up. Look at all the
Moses and Ulrich
record holders here at Bishop McGuinness, boys and girls, all the track and field
22 seconds.
record holders at Bishop McGuinness.
Here tonight, the 3200 relay team, record holders from 1993, Eric Calder. 7 minutes, 59 seconds. 2018 record holder in the pole vault, Preston Lynn, with a vault of 14 foot, 10 inches. Three-time record holder for the women in the 400 meters 2015, also part of the 400 relay in 2015, and the 800 relay in 2015, Jill Hagan. Record holder for the 800 meter in 1993, Jessica Hope, with a time of 2 minutes, 17 seconds. 300 meter hurdle record holder, 2017, Bailey Christensen. 1600 relay team member from 2003, Emily Wunsch, 4 minutes and 3 seconds. (2018) record holder in the discus, Sarah Savely, 118 feet. (1985) record holder for the high jump, Lori Adams, 5'6". (2001) record holder for the long jump, Kelsey Strecker, 18 foot, 10.75 inches. And 2018 record holder for the pole vault, Brooke Tarman, 10 foot 7 inches. Congratulations to all our record holders. Everybody give them another round of applause.
So congratulations to all the record holders being recognized here this evening at Bishop McGuinness High School. As they, again, this is your 2018 state champion cheerleading squad from Bishop McGuinness. Head coach is Mandy Krzyzewski.
We have our
assistant coach Amber Freeman, captains Lexi Joyce, Ansley Rapp, Haley Harris, and Victoria Sullivan.
Team to win both the OSSAA 5A regional championship as well as the state championship. Members include freshman Meg German, Sarah Jansen, Molly Kelly, Jensen McPherson, Isabella Sherm, Kate Tollison, sophomores, Allie Anderson, Julianne Bentley, Callie Burke, Kate Carter, Elise Cronick, Hadley Ferguson. Peyton McEwen. Liv Messina. Aubrey Ruffin. Grace Thielke. Juniors, Elise Clark. Holly Danner. Sunny Foster. Olivia Koenig. Mary Frances Redhead. Ashley Schwartz. Seniors, Haley Harris. Lexi Joyce. Ainsley Rapp. Victoria Sullivan. Head coach, Mandy Gershesky. And assistant coach, Amber Freeman. And next we're going to have the varsity group do their state champion cheer.
You have it, the state champion co-ed cheer team from Bishop McGuinness and their head coach, Andy Gershesky. We'll take a timeout. Halftime score. It has Carl Albert on top of Bishop McGuinness, leading it by a score of 14-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect.
And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. During Ford SUV season, get 0% for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Are you looking to build a career in the high-demand and high-paying field of construction? What are you waiting for? Tulsa Tech offers affordable, hands-on training and state-of-the-art facilities. Great training that can give you confidence. Get trained in fields like carpentry, electricity, HVAC, masonry, and welding. To learn how Tulsa Tech can help you make your own path to a successful career, call 918-828-5000 or visit tulsatech.edu.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. And get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
It's that time of year to get your furnace checked.
That's right, and our trouble-free guarantee makes it easy.
If your furnace breaks down this season, this tune-up's on us. Call Airco Service today.
The official service company of the Thunder.
When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
He's different. He's very different when it comes to running back. He sees things that other people doesn't see.
Thomas Grayson finds the seam, stiff-arms the tackler, and turns on the speed.
One of the fastest guys on the team. You know, you give him an angle, he's going to go.
People just don't know his speed when he get out there, and he has blossomed to a great football player. I'm proud of him to see him succeed the way that he has.
You know, like thinking about this since I was like super young, and then now I'm here. It's just like, wow, like, you know, it's a great feeling. It's a real good feeling.
Drone Racing League pilot Wild Willie is testing his skills on the scariest course imaginable. His mom's house. Fortunately, he's using panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox, because even a 1-second delay could mean trouble for everyone. Wall-to-wall fast panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox. Wi-Fi at the speed of flight.
Yes, sir. Welcome back. 14-0 is our score. Carl Albert on top of Bishop McGuinness on your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Game of the week. It's the halftime show brought to you by Gigablast from Cox. Let's take a look at some of those first half numbers as they're going to bear out that Carl Albert has a decided advantage there. A look, you can see rushing-wise, 155 to just 31 for the Irish. 54 yards passing. That's 209 yards total offense. 8 first downs for the Titans and just 1 for the Fighting Irish. There you see a couple of turnovers for McGuinness as well. As we said, score could be worse. Carl Albert definitely dominated both sides of the football in that first half, and they hold a 14-0 lead. We'll take a timeout, continue with more. Stay with us right here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
You guys ready?
This is the Nelson family.
Wi-Fi's good.
And their panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox.
Connected here.
They're helping us demonstrate the speed and coverage of its super fast signal.
Here it comes!
It covers every device and every inch of their home.
He's coming back up!
And with extenders, every room is connected. Cover every corner of your home with super fast panoramic Wi-Fi from Cox.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
You may have heard of Tulsa Tech, but did you know we offer business and industry training for large and small companies? Come get trained and certified in areas like confined space, HAZWOPER, crane rigging, CPR, first responder, and more. To learn more about our affordable and customized training and how Tulsa Tech can be a valuable resource to your company, call 918-828-5000 or visit us online at tulsatech.edu.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. And get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
Welcome back. Halftime here. Your Gigablast from Cox halftime show. 14-0 is our lead for the Carl Albert Titans. Both teams making their way back on the field. And we get a look here at both teams getting loose as they get ready for second half action here. In district class 5A2, Carl Albert McGuinness. This is for the district championship. The two teams have played for the state championship the last 2 years. And as we said at the top of the broadcast, Carl Albert 36-1 since 2016, including 9-0 this season. Right now, let's go back down to the sidelines. Once again, our buddy Mike Ziegenhorn.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. Coach, what was the message at halftime?
We just got to execute a little bit better. I mean, our defense is playing really well. We've got to get something going on offense. So I think that's the key right now. We've got to come out and try to put a drive together and move the ball down the field.
Yeah, the score could be worse, so your defense has played well. Offensively, though, Richardson, 7 carries, 9 yards in the first half.
Yeah, no, I mean, Carl Albert's defense is, they're a great defense. They're flying around. We've got to make some adjustments and pick up some run-throughs and do a little better job up front.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Steve, up to you.
All right, thanks, Zig, very much. It is 14-0 halftime as we get ready for second half action here on YurView, your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll take a timeout. Second half just around the corner.
If you want a car from a company that's been building them for 115 years, get a Ford. If you want Waze and Amazon Alexa compatibility, get a Ford. If you want a car that doesn't have any of that, get anything but a Ford. Otherwise, you're going to want a Ford.
Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Are you looking to build a career in the high-demand and high-paying field of construction? What are you waiting for? Tulsa Tech offers affordable, hands-on training and state-of-the-art facilities. Great training that can give you confidence. Get trained in fields like carpentry, electricity, HVAC, masonry, and welding. To learn how Tulsa Tech can help you make your own path to a successful career, call 918-828-5000 or visit tulsatech.edu.
Weoki's new money certificate rates are incredible. Transfer money from another institution to a Weoki 35-month certificate and receive 3.05 APY. Yes, that's over 3%. and get a $100 cash bonus for new CD amounts of $100,000 and greater. Open your certificate with new money at Weoki and start earning incredible rates. Federally insured, rate and bonus are for new money only. Other terms and limitations apply. Contact Weoki for details.
It's that time of year to get your furnace checked.
That's right, and our trouble-free guarantee makes it easy.
If your furnace breaks down this season, this tune-up's on us. So call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
When Oklahoma weather causes the power to go out, you can be left in the dark.
Keep your lights on and your furnace running thanks to a new whole home generator installed by Airco.
And right now, save big on a new Kohler system. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back as the Irish getting ready for the second half along with the Titans. Let's take a look at some of those first half highlights with you. And right here, it's a fake punt as Carl Albert pulls it down and then throws the pass there to Tavion Robinson to get a first down to keep the drive alive. And then it's Rabbit Adrian Taylor down the sidelines and into the end zone for the touchdown for the Carl Albert Titans. That put them up by a score of 7-0. And here, Tarman is looking deep, throwing downfield, but the pass is going to be intercepted, taken away there by Rico Wyndham. And then a little shovel pass there. That was a fourth down incomplete pass. And that stopped another drive for the Irish. And then Taylor, once again, getting to the outside, bounces it down, gets near the end zone. That sets up the touchdown. The run is, nope, it doesn't on this one, as he is bottled up. Good job by the Irish defense, as they were able to keep him out of the end zone on that particular play. And then here is Taylor again, fighting his way, working his way downfield. And he's going to bounce it once, twice to the outside and into the end zone to wrap up the scoring in that first half of play. 14-0. It's Carl Albert on top of Bishop McGuinness at the intermission. We'll take a timeout. We're back with the kickoff for the second half here as Carl Albert kicks it away. Taken at about the 11-yard line. Tarman will get it out to about the 29-yard line, and that's where the Irish will start it. 1st and 10, and did you see any more life from the sidelines as they came out?
No, I did not. There wasn't a whole lot. It was just silent. I mean, for Week 10, district title on the line, just there's not a whole lot of buzz down there.
Yeah. You said the numbers there. 7 carries, 9 yards for Richardson.
Wow.
We just saw 22 yards for Tarman rushing the football, and he'd only completed passes for just a couple of yards. So the scoreboard may not indicate it, although it is 14-0.
Richardson out of the Wildcat.
Yeah, they got to come up with something here to contest here in this second half. And Richardson, he's one of those guys you have to know. All guys that are that good know that when they call their number, doesn't matter who they're playing against, doesn't matter what the score is, they're going to give it their all, and they're going to find a way to get themselves in the end zone.
Well, Carl Albert's defense is good, Steve. As you see, the temperature's dropped 6 degrees. It's down to 50. I'm glad you put your sweatpants on and you're no longer in shorts.
Here's Tarman this time taking the pitch from Richardson, who was lined up again as the up back, if you will. The direct snap going to him and then him pitching to Tarman. So coming out with a little bit of a different wrinkle here to start the second half.
But I was starting to talk about Carl Albert's defense. They've had 3 shutouts this year. They're only allowing 8 points a game by their opponents. So their defense is stout. You can see why they are ranked number 1 in the state in Class 5A.
This year they're probably a heavy favorite to get back to that state championship game and win it once again. Tarman going to keep it. He'll get the first down as he fights his way out across the 40-yard line. Eventually taken down there by number 73, Jonathan Fulkerson. It's a different looking play there.
They're trying to mix it up. They're trying to get Carl Albert to think, okay, Richardson's going to run it, but now he's flipping back to the quarterback. At some point they may run that again. There'll be a fake. He may be able to throw the ball out of that. And again, Tarman's lined up at receiver, Richardson in the Wildcat. Same play again. See, this time he's going to keep and have his quarterback block for him.
Richardson, good strong run.
He just lowers his head and runs the defense over. He doesn't care, does he?
You know, we haven't seen a whole lot of Richardson yet tonight, but you get the idea. If you do know anything about these two backs, they're a lot alike.
Yeah, I mean, they really are. You think that maybe Taylor isn't as physical, but he's shown his physicality tonight. Yeah. He's not afraid to lower his shoulder and run somebody over.
Gain of 5 on the first down play. Tarman again in motion. This time takes the pitch, reverses field, and he's going to get hit and dropped for no gain, maybe a loss of a yard on the play.
You know, we mentioned Richardson in the first half. He got an offer this week from Mizzou. He's been offered by Iowa State, Nebraska, Arkansas, Colorado. Oklahoma State's real interested in him. The coach told us before the game, Texas coaches have been up here looking at him. I bet before long, OU will be in on this young man. A solid player. He's a great kid. And he's tough and he's physical, and he does not avoid contact.
No, he does not. 3rd down and 5 for the Irish. Richardson going to keep it himself. Races to the corner. Has the first down into the secondary and down to the 40-yard line. Probably the biggest play of the night for the Irish.
Now they've obviously made some adjustments in the locker room at halftime. We've got to get the ball to Richardson no matter how we do it. And look, this is what they're doing now. They're across midfield. They're into Carl Albert territory, just like that.
So inside the 40-yard line.
And more rushing yards on that one play there than he had the entire first half.
Absolutely.
And again, they just keep running the same play.
Up the middle, it's working.
Just different variations of it where Tarman, the quarterback, lines up and a receiver goes in motion. You're either going to pitch it or go the other direction with it.
Really have to be, have a lot of faith in your guys in the middle, your two guards, your center, because you're throwing the pitch in front of your up-man quarterback, Richardson in this case. And if Carl Albert were to get any push in that middle whatsoever, it would blow that play up completely, you would think.
Here they go again. Now they're going to run to the outside. That one's broken up. Wow. Big hit in the backfield by Alphonse Joseph as he just drilled Tarman and pushed him backwards and disrupted that whole play.
This is a big drive in the contest. Fakes the pitch there to Tarman. Tarman looks to get the block down.
36-yard line.
And a lot of hitting going on there. In there for Carl Albert, number 9. Reese Collier, among others, in on the tackle for the Titans. Looking at the 3rd down and 6 now in Carl Albert territory.
Offensively, Steve, on the year, McGuinness averaging 37 points a game. Oh, he had a man wide open and didn't see him.
Richardson lobs it downfield. 4 players back there and nearly caught by the trailing wide receiver out there. Number 4 for Bishop McGuinness. That is Graham Murray, but it was intended there for number 33, Brandon Jacobs.
Right before there, Brandon Jacobs was wide open. There wasn't a defender within 10 yards of him, and I don't think Richardson was able to see him because of the way the defense was in front of him. He floated across the field with him, and looked like the pass was intended for him, and it just went through his hands and almost to his teammate.
Yeah, I think you had, was it Mullins? You said it over the middle there, but there was a receiver to the far side. I think that's who they originally wanted to go to, but he got hung up by the defender at the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Richardson keeps, now throws. Far side, fighting forward and getting the first down. Big play for the Irish. Tarman on the reception.
What a great play. Again, they've been running the same formation this whole series. Tarman in motion, you fake, you think he's going to run. Richardson stops. Tarman open and had a couple of defenders out there, but he was able to pick up enough yards for the first down.
Now inside the 30 for the first time in Carl Albert territory. Richardson working out of the shotgun. Tarman. Richardson will keep it straight ahead. Gets a yard, 2, 3, breaks free, and he's gone. Oh, my. A flag comes out. Maybe some type of demonstration there at the end of the touchdown run. But I had all but looked down thinking the play was over.
That's what happens when you don't mind contact, because you're going to run somebody over. And if you're doing the running over, they're typically going to go down. You're going to stay on your feet, and that's what he did. I'm with you. I thought right here, okay, he's down. He got a couple yards out of it. Definitely not down and gets away from the pile.
Surprised even his teammates, I think. I don't know what the penalty is for.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the return. That'll be assessed on the kickoff. Touchdown.
Well, I'm not sure what he did.
See anything.
I mean, he held the ball out a little bit, but maybe that's a penalty in high school.
Wow. Okay. Extra point attempt after the extremely impressive run by Richardson. And we saw just a little of what he can do right there. The Irish on the scoreboard. They trail it 14-7. We're going to take a timeout and come back with more for you on our Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Over 100 years ago, we were talking about the Model T. Now here we are, talking about winning the most J.D. Power IQS and Appeal Awards, talking about driver assist technology, talking about the highest customer loyalty in the country. But that's enough talking. Seriously, that was a lot of talking. Back to building.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months plus 1,000 Ford credit bonus cash on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Are you looking for a career where you can work anywhere and even travel the world? Do you have a passion to work with people, plan events, or own your own restaurant? Tulsa Tech can help you build a successful career with exciting hospitality programs. Programs like culinary arts, restaurant and lodging management, and event planning. Make your own path to a successful career you love by calling Tulsa Tech at 918-828-5000 or apply online at tulsatech.edu.
Well, the Irish, they got just what the doctor ordered on the scoreboard. With 7:04 left to go here in this third quarter. An impressive touchdown run, impressive drive. Dominic Richardson getting the finishing run to take it into the end zone and get the Irish to within 7. All of a sudden, seems like we got a new ball game.
About 4 minutes, 56 seconds of clock time they ate up to start second half. Great adjustment by the McGuinness coaches. And a short kick to start for Carl Albert. And as we take a look at the scoring drive, Steve, they ran the same play over and over. Now, they got different variations of it and things you could do out of it, but it was working for them. Carl Albert couldn't stop it. Then when they threw a little trickery into it, Richardson threw it to Tarman for the first down on 4th and 6. And then here, the 29-yard touchdown run. No one brings him down as he gets into the end zone. Still not sure what the penalty flag was for right there, but they had to kick it off from 15 yards deeper than they normally do, and that sets up the Titans.
Running play to Taylor. Irish defense swarms around him. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. I bet if you were on the sidelines now, you might see a little more amped enthusiasm amongst the Irish players and the fan base as well, as the second half has started just as they would have liked.
Bishop McGuinness has a big screen TV down on the sidelines.
Right.
When the offense is out there, the defense is sitting in front of the screen, the coach is going over, look what you guys did here. You did this right, you didn't do this right. And then when the offense comes off and the defense on, they're doing the same thing.
They started that several years ago. And it has certainly taken hold for many of the large schools throughout the state. Harris looking to throw. Got a receiver out there, and it's just too far. Wide open on the play. And he was trying to hook up with Taylor, and he overthrew him.
Well, he had it. Taylor was behind the defense. Harris led him just a little bit too much. And now some of the McGuinness fans are getting up on their feet cheering. Look at that. He's got a 5-yard spread against the defender right there. They're trying to get a 3 and out here against Carl Albert. There's the TV screen. See? There's the coach talking to the offense right there about what they were doing.
Amazing the innovations that have come along throughout the years.
It's high school. They're in class.
3rd and 10. Harris dropping the throw, pressured. Steps up, and then around, and then throws deep, and he's got a receiver out there, but the defense is there also, and a flag comes out.
Incomplete, but you're going to have pass interference. It's going to be a first down for Carl Albert. Taylor's down there, and
ball just hung in the air after Harris threw it. Allowed a lot of people to gather back there. It seemed like there were 5 people back around where that pass finally ended up. So he's asking what the call is going to be there.
Rico Wyndham there, and he was getting held by Cooper Turlip. So it's automatic first down because it's a 15-yard penalty against McGuinness.
Defensive holding the call, and you can see the Irish fans whooping it up right now, and they helped them score the touchdown. Now they have to help them get a stop again. Third quarter action, week 10 of the high school football season, district championship on the line. Ben Harris brings the Titans to the line of scrimmage. In Irish territory, pump fake. That got the receiver wide open, and they're unable to hook up again. He had Chris Beals, and led him a little too much, and probably, even if he brings it in, it looked like he was out of bounds.
Hitch and go. And the defender bit on the hitch, and Beals, again, separation. The pass a little bit too far and out of bounds by Harris. He's got an arm on him, Steve, but almost a little bit too much. You got to just float it out there and let your receiver run underneath it. Tides flipped a little bit. Carl Albert throwing the ball. They didn't throw it this much in the first half.
Same thing.
What are they doing? And then McGuinness went to Richardson that whole first drive of the second half.
Role reversal. Harris throws, little underneath tunnel screen, caught and then dropped, fumble, and it's going to be Irish football, and we got ourselves a fired up group of Irish right now. Big play by the Irish defense.
Well, their fans have definitely come to life, and that sparked the team. Pass was caught that time by Anthony Davis. Took a couple of steps and looked like it might have been swatted out by Brandon Jacobs.
Jacobs gets a hand on it, and then coming up with the recovery, I believe, is Patrick Joyce, number 22.
And look at him. You were talking about fired up. Joyce was definitely fired up, and here they come back in the same formation again.
Richardson takes the direct snap, runs left side. He's got 7 yards on the first down carry.
And new life in this Irish offense and defense. Obviously, a lot of frustration. Here's a kid who rushes for almost 200 yards a game, and he had 9 at the half on 7 carries.
He didn't like it. He says, I want the ball. Give it to me first, and then I'll decide what to do with it. Carmen, the quarterback, is now kind of playing in a slot position. Richardson keeps it into the secondary. Richardson breaks another tackle inside the 30, still on his feet. Finally brought down, but a big gain for the Irish inside the Titan 20-yard line.
Big Mo has shifted in a big way as Richardson is now showing why he's probably the top junior in the state of Oklahoma.
Great moves, great speed, and great power.
40-yard run, and look at this. Carl Albert is on their heels. McGuinness threatening again.
Tarman takes the pitch this time, dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play by the Titan defense. Montrell Britt, number 20, one of the first ones there.
Lost a yard, and again, why not run the same play over and over and over? If you got half a dozen variations of it, the other team can't stop it, keep doing it. It's working, and here again, Richardson at quarterback.
Tarman in motion. Takes the pitch, wants to throw, goes down the middle, wide open, touchdown Irish.
Ben Jacobs, second time he's wide open, this time they got it to him.
Out of that formation, Mike, either Richardson kept it or they threw it to Tarman on the little, forward Utah pass.
I called it Ben, it's Brandon Jacobs, and right here, see, you fake the pitch, they think he's gonna run, instead he just waits.
Wide open.
And lets Jacobs get open, and he flips it to him. And just like that, we are going to be tied if he hits the PAT.
Amazing. What a turn of halves. We said that Carl Albert probably should have more than 14. They didn't put more than 14 on the board. And because of that, right now, we are all tied up.
How crazy is that? It took less than 8 minutes for him to tie this one up.
And he was wide open, too. Jonathan Mosley, he bit on the fake. He was in there trying to guard against the run. Good job by Richardson. Hey, he can throw the football, too. And it's not the prettiest of throws, but it's effective. It works, and it's a TD pass. Wow. And to think these two teams have met in the state championship game the last 2 years, I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw that a third time.
No. Yeah, but I mean, both of them have good defenses, and both of them have outstanding running backs. The quarterbacks from both schools, pretty comparable. And you can see right now why they're ranked number 1 and number 5 in the state of Oklahoma. You know, McGuinness's only loss was to Del City. They're a 6A team, Division II.
Yeah, and they're ranked number 4 or 5, I think, in 6A too.
And then they went overtime with Bishop Kelly, and then they beat Enid, Northwest, Woodward, Guyman, Lotnite, Piedmont, Guthrie. Nobody scored more than 8 points on them until last week when they beat Guthrie 28-20. So they got it rolling.
Kickoff all the way back to the 3-yard line.
Big hole, flag.
Flag comes out. Only one man to beat for Taylor. He'll get past him.
It ain't going to matter, though. It's coming back.
Flag back there at the 22-yard line. The Irish fans see it. That would have been a momentum killer, no doubt, but you and I saw that early. And this one's coming back and going to set Carl Albert deep inside their own territory.
Well, you had a big hole, a lot of space, and I guess for a reason. Somebody was being held. The Carl Albert fans booing, not happy. Coach Corley says, all right, we got this. Let's see if we can figure out where it is.
I didn't see it, but I may have been looking at the wrong place, too. The guys in the striped shirts always do a great job, and so I always try to stay on their good side. So they'll bring the ball all the way back to the 12-yard line for Carl Albert. And now, unlike the first half, the Titans have to find their offense again. See if we can find it. 16 is maybe.
Well, Taylor just sprinted 110 yards, and they're going to give it to him on first down, and he may have got 1 or 2.
You might as well just take the other 10 players off the field and put Richardson and Taylor in midfield and just say,
go.
Have at it. That's not fair to the other guys because they're working hard and they don't do it without the big guys up front, no doubt about it. So the Titans feeling the effects of the penalty flag.
That actually benefits Carl Albert. You're going to go, why do you say that? They just lost 5 yards. Taylor's getting a chance to catch his breath.
Good point.
He ran that kickback. By the time he ran across, angled through the hash mark and down the field and then through the end zone, he ran over 110 yards. I mean, he did a sprint.
All right.
You'd be breathing heavy, too, if you just ran 110
hard
yards.
time going up and down the steps, man. Second down and 10 for the Titans. Run it to the right side.
See, there you go. He had time to rest.
There he goes. Taylor into the secondary. And he's all the way out past midfield.
Wow.
And he always just seems like he's ready to downshift and kick into the overdrive. Very patient runner.
43-yard run. Nobody's out there. There's one defender. He juked him and then probably out of a little bit of a gas, but still enough to get 43 yards out of it.
Cooper Turlip, that's got to put him well over 200 yards rushing on the night. They'll spot the ball at the 48-yard line in Irish territory. 3.5 minutes left to go, third quarter.
So they need to get back to what they were successful at the first half. Have Taylor run the football.
On the option to the near side, Harris decides to keep it. That may have been a little late there, but no flag.
Yeah, there is a flag right here, right in front of us.
I don't know if it was on that particular, at the end, but there is a flag.
Did he have 20 carries in the first half? I'm trying to remember. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Personal foul on the offense.
Wow,
Takes first down.
Okay, well, they didn't call it. I thought he called dead ball, which means it would have been after the play. He had 19 carries in the first half. If they're going to win this game, he's going to have to carry the ball probably 45 times. You know, another 19 to 20 here in the second half.
Brings up the second, 22 from their own.
That may be a little excessive. There's only 3 minutes left in the third quarter, but you get my point.
Well, yeah.
They're going to have a steady diet of him carrying the football because McGuinness really didn't stop him in the first half.
I didn't second guess you for a second.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that.
Good look at the size differential. That big offensive line for the Carl Albert Titans.
Okay, so it is second down. So they did lose the down and the 15 yards.
Second and 22. Four-man rush. Harris steps up, throws. Great catch. Fingertip grab there across the middle.
Wyndham with a nice grab.
He plucked that out of the air.
Complete the number 10, Rico
Picked up about 15 yards on the play.
Brings up a 3rd and 2.
Look at that.
40-yard line.
Out in front of the defense. Stretched and hung on to the football. And now they're going to run Taylor out of the Wildcat as Harris goes to the sideline. And why not? You got 2 downs to make 2 yards. They're going to have to hurry because there's only about 10 seconds on the play clock.
Out wide to the right, Anthony Davis. 4 on the play clock. Taylor. Actually, it's not Taylor, it's Javion Hunt who takes the snap. And I don't think he got it.
He did not. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage, and he got popped pretty good.
Brings up the 4th and 2.
Looked like Brendan Walker may have hit it.
Hunt did a good job to catch the snap.
And Evan Illy also in there to make the tackle.
So 4th down, we've seen this before. At the 40-yard line in Irish territory.
I was going to ask why Taylor wasn't in there. Now he comes jogging. He's probably tired. They may have to call a timeout, Steve. There's under 9 seconds now on the play clock.
Yep, he's going to take it right there. Great game. Our fans who did the voting this past week, they did a pretty good job picking this one, didn't they?
The Ford Fan Pick Game of the Week. Nice little concept our folks at Cox developed.
Yep.
Last, about 4 weeks of the season, the folks at YurView decided, hey, let the fans pick.
And I voted 2,700 times just so I could get a chance to see you come down and visit me again.
Oh, man, thank you very much. You got that many email addresses, huh?
Do what?
You have that many email addresses. Because you had to keep putting your email address in.
Well, yeah, but you got to vote every minute or so, I think is what it was. We got another football game coming up next week. I don't know if I'll see you again yet, but we will find that out probably Sunday or Monday. As we'll continue our coverage of high school football here on YurView, Cox Channel 3. And have to decide what is going to be the best matchup. Could be Oklahoma City versus Tulsa matchup. That's probably not going to happen really until round 3 of the postseason play. But either way, you can bet it's going to be a good one, and we'll have it for you right here on YurView.
Let's see what Carl Albert, if they have any tricks up their sleeve. Here they are at 4th and 2. It's got to go to Taylor, right?
Got to. Taylor's telling the quarterback to move up.
That may be an option.
It is. Right side, going to keep it. He's got the first down.
Good job of running at that time. Instead of pitching it like he had in the first half, he saw the defense react to Taylor and jumped right upfield, got first down.
Got to make that read. Have to have that pitch integrity. He had it that time. 2 defenders went out, chased Taylor. Probably a good idea.
Nice fake. You know everybody's keying on Taylor anyway,
Absolutely.
So smart move by Harris.
Anthony Davis, top of your screen, goes wide right. 2-by-2 look with wide receivers and slot receivers on either side. Dropping the pass is Harris. Looking, has time, lobs it over the middle. Caught. Taylor with the reception all the way down to the 10-yard line. Took a pretty good shot after he caught it. And a nice touch pass by Harris.
He just ran right down the middle of the field, got by the linebackers, and Harris waited for him to clear. Had plenty of time, and then, yes, he took a big-time shot from Cooper Wright. Might have got him in the hip or the thigh. Yeah, right in the hip. Wow.
Felt that up here. Ugh. And a timeout is taken by the Irish with 55 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. We're all tied up. If you stepped away thinking Carl Albert had this one in hand and you're checking back in, you might be a little bit surprised at what we're seeing right here, because the Irish have come out. Up until this point, they have dominated this third quarter.
Yeah, they came out in a different formation here in the second half. They pretty much ran it right at Carl Albert and said, we're going to run the same play. You guys got to stop us, and they haven't been able to do it. And, of course, it helps to have a guy like number 2, Neek Richardson, in the backfield, either being able to pass the ball or run it down the field.
And we've seen, and I know you've seen them too, the running backs for Jenks that we saw, Noah Hernandez, and then Cortez the week before with Broken Arrow, 2 very fine running backs, to try and say, well, they're 6A and they're obviously better than these running backs at 5A. A lot of times that's a valid argument, but I don't know. We're seeing 2 pretty good ones here tonight too.
Yeah, I would say both of these kids would be successful at 6A.
Absolutely. All right, first and goal from the 9. Carl Albert trying to get that lead back. It seemed so comfortable when it was 14-0 at the break. Harris gives to Taylor, who's going to throw a little Philly special to Harris, and a touchdown.
How about that?
Carl Albert. Harris to Taylor, back to Harris for 6.
Love it. I mean, you just love plays like this. You're right, Philly special, or almost similar to the play that McGuinness ran where they got the first down on their 4th and 6. This one results in a touchdown as Taylor hits Harris and he spins his way in. How athletic are both of those tailbacks? Not only can they run people over, Steve, wow, they can throw it to receivers.
How about that? Extra point attempt on the way. Snap back, ball down. Kick is on the way, but it is no good. He hooked it.
Wow.
He hooked it left, no good. And will that become important towards the end of the game? We are soon to find out. Just 48 seconds left to go here in this third quarter, but the Carl Albert Titans are back on top, leading it 20-14. I'm going to get my phone out and start checking the Squirtle scoreboard. What do you got there? Owasso leading Putnam North 20-7 as we take a look at that extra point very quickly again. Just hooked it, got it off to the left.
Yep.
No good, and that means it's 20-14. Mustang leading Moore. Moore had beaten Owasso the week before. Here's a look at that touchdown pass once again, as he got it into the end zone for 6.
Owasso needs to win that game by 14 to finish second in the district.
And then Norman wasn't given much chance to beat Santa Fe, because if they win that game, they go to the playoffs. Norman leading Edmond Santa Fe 17-13.
Wow.
So we may have some surprises before this night is over. And to think Halloween is already passed. Some scary thoughts out there for some folks. We got a great ball game here tonight. 20-14. Carl Albert regains the lead with 48 seconds left to go in this third quarter. High kick, angled towards the near side. Hits at about the 3-yard line. He's got to go back and pick that up, does Richardson. He does so, looking for some room to run, and he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 6-yard line.
Bad break for McGuinness, great break for Carl Albert.
So now the Irish, who have shown
3-yard return for Richardson,
a lot more resolve in their offense. Here's the kick again. Now Richardson has to field that. It was away from him. It bounced funny, and he really wasn't able to get it to it until the defense was on special teams around him pretty quickly. See what the Irish want to do with this final 42 seconds here in this third quarter.
They're doing the same thing they did on the first two drives. Tarman in motion, and Richardson's going to keep.
Straight up the middle, fighting forward, going to get about 2 yards.
That may be the last play of the quarter.
2-yard gain.
There was no discernible wind out there this evening. It has been very still, thankfully. We have not started the play clock yet, and there's 20 on the game clock. And the Irish looking towards the sidelines. That tells me that we are going to head to the fourth and final quarter. Carl Albert led it 14-0 in a dominating performance in the first half of play, but now it stands at 20-14. Carl Albert on top as we head to the fourth quarter on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Good morning, Bella.
Good morning.
Are you ready?
Yeah. 5 little monkeys.
Yay, Bella!
Hold still. Almost done.
Oh, Bella, I really love playing with you.
Thanks, Grandma. I really like our visits.
Whatever tech tomorrow dreams up, you'll be ready with GigaBlast. Future speed internet is here from Cox.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Winter's just around the corner, so it's a great time to replace your furnace before you need it most.
A planned replacement can save you thousands of dollars while improving the comfort and efficiency of your home.
Don't get caught in the cold. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
No one thinks about their water heater until it fails.
At that point, you have a huge mess on your hands with water damage everywhere.
A planned water heater replacement can save you a lot of trouble.
Right now, you can save big on a new high-efficiency water heater.
Call Airco Service.
The company you know.
Welcome back to your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week, and we have ourselves a dandy. Carl Albert just missed their extra point after their touchdown to end the third quarter, so it stands at 20-14. Irish with the football, trailing by 6, looking at a 2nd down and 8 deep inside their own territory. Richardson, this entire second half, was just taking the direct snaps. This time he pitches it to Tarman. Tarman's a good runner himself, but nowhere to go on that Carl Albert defense that time.
Well defended by the Carl Albert front 7 right there. I got to be careful on that because Richardson, he leaked out and nobody followed him out there. And you know that if I see that, the Bishop McGuinness coaches are also looking at that going, hey, stop and look back, and if he's open, hit him.
Number 67 down for Carl Albert. That is Ethan Ridnour.
Yeah, he's one of their leading tacklers, and that'd be a tough loss if he has to go out.
Well, we talked about keys to the game before the game started, and now we check in on those keys to the game, Mike.
Well, it was watch your back, Steve. In other words, watch the tailbacks. In the first half, it was Adrian Taylor. Richardson didn't do a whole lot, 7 carries, 9 yards. Second half, it's been all Richardson, and then Taylor's been doing his part on that last drive. Kicks away. You can see the kicking game had a big impact. The missed extra point, the deep kick right here that was not really returnable by McGuinness. So, again, special teams coming into play, and then home on the range. Yeah, this game is for a district championship. It's also the winner gets number 1 in the district, 2 home games in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs.
Making his way to his feet is Ridnour, walking slowly off the field under his own power.
Couple scores to announce. After the third quarter, Duncan
looks like he's
42,
going to be all right.
Altus 21. Currently in the third quarter, Piedmont 28, Woodward 21.
So Piedmont was winning. Did you hear that?
Piedmont was beating El Reno, and Duncan was leading Altus.
Liquid Richardson, 80 yards. He's got 71 here in the second half.
7 carries for 9 yards and then 7 carries for 71 yards. I'd say he's picked his game up. Tarman back in at quarterback this time. Circles around, wants to throw to Richardson. Does a good job to elude the tackles and now turns the corner. Gets it out to about the 17, 18-yard line, and that should be enough for a first down. Yeah.
Well, he didn't get it by much, but he got it.
Yeah. He nearly got it in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, dangerous play. He was going to spin around, and he thought he was going to have Richardson wide open on a wheel route running down the sideline, but he was covered. And then at that point, it was, uh-oh, I better get out of the end zone real quick.
Fear sometimes makes you run faster than what you're usually capable of.
That happened to me on Halloween.
He did a good job and got out there and got that first down. After Richardson got hurt last year, Tarman did a lot of the running, as you might imagine, for Bishop McGuinness. Now Richardson back in to take the direct snap. Takes it, fakes to Tarman, keeps it.
Out.
Right side, looking for some running room. Got the first down into the secondary. Across the 40-yard line. Can he stay in bounds? He does.
Wow.
There he goes. They had a chance at him, and they couldn't bring him down. There is a flag back at the 37-yard line in McGuinness territory, so hold on.
So a flag well behind the play. It's probably going to be a hold or a block in the back against McGuinness.
But
it is a block in the back.
Yeah, because it's
on the offense.
It's 12 yards beyond the first down marker.
So it's going to be, what, 1st and 2?
Wow.
But you heard me say wow about right here because I could see everything developing if I knew he got through that hole.
Boy, if that was it there on the side.
Yeah, I didn't see it. You knew once he got by the line of scrimmage, he's strong enough. He's going to run through one of those defensive backs. They're not going to be able to stop him, and they did. And then, unfortunately, there was a penalty on the play, and it marches it back. But it is a first and about 1.5 yards now.
So the Irish, they have shown here in the second half that they are capable of putting it together. Tarman takes the pitch. Richardson's probably tired. He'll get the first down as he crosses the 30-yard line.
And he got pulled down from behind. That was close to being a horse collar too, and you could tell he is in a lot of pain.
Move the chains. Line of scrimmage will be the 31-yard line. Take a look at the tackle here on the end. Grabbed him by the shoulder pads.
Yeah, yep.
So not really a horse collar, more like a horse headlock. First and 10 for the Irish. Richardson keeps hitting the backfield. This time he's not going to go anywhere.
He does not. Neither of these guys go down. Taylor and him do not go down on first contact. I don't care how hard you hit them. They are not going down. And another Carl Albert player down on the field.
Number 53 for the Titans, slow to get up. That's Alphonse Joseph. This is a battle, no doubt about it, as expected. Take a look at the replay one more time.
Yeah, again, that same play, they fake the pitch. Trying to see, Joseph is the one that was bringing him down, and then right there, one or two of his teammates fell on top of him and Richardson. He's up on his feet walking off the field, so maybe got a stinger in his thighs. He continues to hold it as he limps over toward the sideline. So he'll have to sit out a play. He went back to the huddle.
Yep,
He didn't want to leave the field.
So a gain of only 2 on the previous carry for Richardson. That'll bring up a second down and 8. We've got 10:04 left to play. It's a one-score ball game. And remember, Carl Albert missed their extra point. The lead is just 6.
This Carl Albert team did not return a starter on their defense when the year started.
Richardson fakes the Tarman, keeps it himself, nowhere to go, puts his head down, and he gets maybe a yard.
Adrian Williams, the junior defensive tackle, just wrapped him up and did not let him go. And he's the one that came in for Joseph, who had gone out with an injury on the previous play.
I'd say he did all right.
And he's got that look in his eye like, hey, I want to stay out there. I just made a tackle.
That, yeah. 3rd and 8. Big play here for the Irish. Tarman comes in motion. Richardson flips to Tarman. And he is hit almost immediately. He's going to fall forward for about a 2-yard gain, but that's going to bring up 4th down and about 6.
He's not 100%, Steve, after he got tackled about 3 plays ago. You can see moving a little gingerly, as we like to say out there, and just didn't have the same speed as he had earlier in the game.
So apparently the Irish going to have to give it up. Strange things happen on special teams. Snap is back, kick is away, and it's a dandy of a kick. Taking it about the 15, retreats, circles back. Needs a block to turn the corner. He got it. Return out to about the 28-yard line.
There's Anthony Davis. That's another one of those. You're going to run 90 yards to get about 20, but he did, didn't he?
Certainly did.
And a heck of a punt.
It's a great catch, fingertip catch on the punt return. I never wanted to be a punt returner.
No. Yeah, me
ever.
neither.
For a lot of reasons. One was catching the ball.
On the punt, brings up a 1st and 10 for Carl Albert from their own 29.
So now the Titans with the football and 8:25 left to go. Obviously, they hold the upper hand at the moment. Depends upon what they can do with the football in this drive. Irish have played a much better second half, giving up just the 6 points. Hand off, they go to Taylor, and he's going to pick up 7, 8 yards, close to 9, close to 10, as he just keeps that pile moving forward.
A great misdirection. Chris Beals comes in motion from the left side at the snap. They fake to him and hand off to Taylor going the other direction. He had a huge hole on that left side of the line to squirt through and picked up about 9 yards.
You've got a 2nd and 1. You're running the ball so successfully, I don't know why you changed, but if you were going to try something a little different, a little gadget play, a little trickeration, you might want to do it right here.
I got Taylor in the quarterback.
Nothing fancy about that. He just keeps it and gets the 1st down, keeps the drive alive, keeps the clock running.
Yeah, this is going to be ball control. This is what they did at Guthrie about 3 weeks ago. They got the lead, and they just had Taylor come in and do the Wildcat and just let him march him down the field.
Direct sack to number 16, Adrian Taylor.
These guys are Taylor breathing heavy. He has had quite a ball game.
Stat-wise, definitely over 200 yards.
Both these running backs have had long runs called back because of penalty tonight, too. Kind of a draw play. Adrian Taylor, we have a flag thrown that came from the secondary.
It's going to be a hold. The line downfield about 3 or 4 yards.
Have a holding on the offense. Repeat 1st down.
Referee Mike Ziegenhorn telling us that that was holding.
Holding against Carl Albert.
Marching back the other way.
You know, I always wanted to be a referee.
Did you really?
Yes.
I would never want to be charged with that much responsibility. Did it in baseball once, and there you go. That was about 8 yards a carry, right?
Wow. 27, 202, 2 TDs. Had about a 90-yard kickoff return called back because of a penalty. And he's thrown a touchdown pass.
We have a 1st and 18 for Carl Albert from their own 34-yard line.
If they could overcome this, Steve, and get a 1st down, they'll run about another 2.5, 3 minutes off the clock.
Kind of a Draw play again off the left side. Taylor breaks it. They'll fight forward, get back to just about the original line of scrimmage.
They got 7 on that play. Nice block out in front of him by Javion Hunt.
And Taylor a little slow getting back to his feet.
Well, he's tired. He's run a lot.
I guess we'll give him that,
He
right?
took a pretty good shot to the hip on that last drive when they scored. He's got hands on his hips.
Six minutes left to go in the ball game and counting. Harris, option to the right side. Kind of a deep pitch. Big hit there. And a good job by the Irish defense.
Well, they didn't get anything out of that. But man, that was some hard hitting by both teams. Taylor lowers his head, runs right into 2 defenders, comes to a stop and still drives forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a big 3rd down for Carl Albert.
On our YurView sister stream of the week, Stillwater and Del City. Stillwater leading that game 28-21. Dominic Richardson on the defensive side now. Flushed out of the pocket, stepping up. Harris throws, underthrown, and nearly intercepted.
Wow, dangerous pass. He was lucky that that did not get picked off.
Defended by number 6, Evan Ellie.
If Evan Ellie picks that off, he's got a lot of green turf in front of him.
Probably a ball that shouldn't have been thrown. Thought he saw an opening there at the last second, and you can see it as well as I can. 3 defenders, 1 receiver in the area.
And Veals almost caught it off the tip drill.
So that sets up a punting situation. The Irish going to get the football back.
And look who's back to receive the punt.
It's a high punt. Richardson not going to be able to get his hands on it. Takes a big bounce for Carl Albert all the way down to the 12-yard line. And that's where the Irish will get it. 1st and 10 at their own 12 with 4:49 left to go in the ball game. And again, we've got playoff action coming your way next week. Playoffs?
We're talking playoffs?
Next week I am.
All right.
Next Friday. Who it will be, we don't know yet. But we'll let you know. Make sure that you have YurView already on your tablet, your mobile device. You should be watching it, using it at all time.
You are.
Recruiting information. Darn right I am. Little tunnel screen, that's incomplete as they tried to hook up with Richardson there. Clock stopped, just 4 seconds go off the clock there. 4:45 now left to go in the ball game. Again, at halftime, it was 14-0 Carl Albert. It looked like the game was over.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was no life on the Bishop McGuinness sideline or in the stands, and all of a sudden, second half, they come out and turn the tide real quick. And they tie this one up.
Tarman's in at the quarterback spot. Takes the handoff, now keeps it on the option. Gets a couple of yards out across the 15 to about the 17. Needs to get to the 23, really.
Quarterback keeper.
That's going to set up 3rd and about 6.
3rd and 5 for the Irish.
Good play call here.
Back for both sides. Surprised that McGuinness has gotten out of that formation that they had so much success on.
Running the option again. Tarman going to keep it, cut it back. May have been a face mask in there. Irish are certainly calling for it. Looked like he had his head jerked around. No flag that I see. So
now,
you can catch it on the replay.
Well, a flag comes in. It's going to be a personal foul penalty against the McGuinness sideline. No, he didn't. Got him by the shoulder pad.
By the shoulder pad. I was wrong. So was the Irish sideline.
Have a sideline warning.
Just a
on
warning.
the offense.
Just a sideline warning.
Be third down.
He waved up around the face, but never really did get a hold of it.
Yeah. McGuinness is going to have to punt. He may have grazed the face mask, but didn't really hold it long enough to get a penalty.
So punting situation. Unusual to see teams put 2 deep men back to receive the punt. McGuinness will go ahead and kick it away. It's a high kick. It's a short kick. Hits at about the 45-yard line in Irish territory, and going to stop dead at the 46. With 3:45 left to go in the ball game, Carl Albert has the lead, and they have the football. Good crowd on hand. They are into it now, lathered up. Cheerleaders are cheering. Ziegenhorn's up now doing his palm routine.
Please, no pictures.
And a look at the Irish, trying to figure out how to get it done here in the second half after trailing 14-0. I don't remember what the numbers were exactly, but it was maybe 80 yards of total offense for the Irish in that first half. Carl Albert trying to kill some clock. Harris running play left side, lowers his head, stays inbounds, gets it to about the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 6 on the carry.
Quarterback keeper, 6-yard gain, brings up the 2nd and 4 from the Irish.
We will dispatch Mike Ziegenhorn to the sidelines. Now, 209 to 38 was the first half total yards. Carl Albert over Bishop McGuinness, and then tables have certainly turned, not that drastically, but certainly more so in the favor of Bishop McGuinness. Running play, and Harris trips over one of the tacklers. Loses a yard or 2. Line of scrimmage moved back now to the 41. He needs to get to the 36, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Carl Albert. Clock now shows 2:45 to play. Titans come to the line. Beals out wide left, top of your screen. Anthony Davis. Here comes Beals in motion. They give it to Taylor, breaks one tackle, and is brought down. A great effort by the Irish defense. And that'll bring up 4th down and 3, and now the big call. Do you go for it and ice the game? There's a look as they fake the handoff. That's a pretty good timing play right there. And a good tackle, number 73 for the Irish. Tommy Ruskowski. Well, the Irish don't get a stop here. Both teams still have 2 timeouts remaining. Irish don't get a stop here. That's probably the ball game. Carl Albert gets the first down. They probably salt it away. If they don't, the Irish will get a chance. And a timeout called with 1:34 to play. We're going to step aside ourselves. We'll continue. Come back with a dramatic finish here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Stay with us.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Look, if you're not the lead dog, the scenery never changes. That's why this is the view for every other full-size pickup. And this year, it's deja vu all over again. Because only the Ford F-150 gives you best-in-class torque, best-in-class payload, and you got it, baby, best-in-class towing. This is the big dog. This is the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 cash back on a new F-150 at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
We are back. Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week, and it's been a good one. The fans picked it. They did a pretty good job. 14-0 Carl Albert at halftime, and they dominated the stat sheet like no other. But the Irish dug deep, fought back, and it's all going to come really down to this play right here, whether or not the game is going to proceed or conclude. 4th down and 3 for Carl Albert from the Irish 39-yard line.
I'm surprised Taylor's not out there, Steve. Maybe they're going to try a punt. How about this?
Looks like it now, maybe a rugby-type kick, and whistle sounds, and a timeout taken by Carl Albert right before the snap of the football. More than likely, they wanted to see how McGuinness was going to line up. And when you pointed out that Taylor wasn't in there, that just didn't seem to make sense. They're going to rethink it now.
Carl Albert called timeout. That's their final timeout of the second half.
And that reminds us to remind you, if you want to keep up with the latest in recruiting, check the Over the Middle podcast with the recruiting guru himself, Jeremy Crabtree. A discussion this week about the Arkansas Razorback resurgence with Richard Davenport. You can check it out at YurView.com. Got a good game here tonight. We will dive into all the matchups once they become clear at the end of the evening into the weekend and decide what thrilling matchup we will bring you in the opening round of the playoffs next Friday night. Could be in Oklahoma City, could be in Tulsa. As I check, Stillwater has defeated Del City, #1 Pioneers, knocking off the #4 Eagles to win the district in 6A2. Gunnar Gundy, the son of Mike Gundy, the quarterback for that team, but he has plenty of help on that squad as well. Here we go. 4th and 3. Lined up now in a more traditional punt-type situation. Ball is back. They kick it away. Ball takes a reverse-type spin, much like it would on Mike Ziegenhorn when he's shooting onto the green. Gets that nice Bellata backspin. Stops dead at about the 11-yard line, and that is where the Irish will put it in play with 1:27 to play. Irish still have 2 timeouts remaining. Carl Albert does not have any.
Well, Steve, I was standing at an angle where if Richardson would have been able to catch that ball, he would have had some running room right in front of the McGuinness sideline. And I think he was anticipating maybe a bounce up to him, and it took a wild, crazy hop away from him, and they've got a long way to go, 89 yards, to take the lead in this one.
They have 4 receivers out to the right side. Richardson by himself at the bottom. He makes the reception. Richardson very dangerous. They get help. They make the tackle at about the 26-yard line. So they send all the receivers to the top of your screen, to the right, and that allows Richardson to go one-on-one with number 19 for Carl Albert. That is Javion Traylor.
Now they got 15 yards on that first down.
Now Richardson in the backfield. Tarman's going to keep it. He's going to dump it. Flag comes out.
They're going to have a block in the back against McGuinness.
Stops the clock with 1:04 remaining. Good football game. Had a good football game last night with Jenks and Westmore. Good one here tonight. Here's your call from our referee.
Pass interference. Green.
It looked like maybe they ran a pick play on that outside, Steve. And that's what got the receiver open.
Offensive pass interference.
Offensive pass interference.
That'll cost them 15 yards.
That's a big penalty. Richardson on the night, 16 carries, 81 yards. He caught a pass for 16, and he's 2 of 3 passing the football. You can't let him slip away. He comes now lined up in the slot, near side. Tarman dropping to throw, flushed out of the pocket, in trouble. Gets the chip block that he's looking for, and then has to throw it away. 48 seconds remain.
He's under heavy pressure. I think he wanted Richardson, but he was well defended. And then Tarman just had to scramble away and throw the ball out of bounds, stop the clock.
Let's look at the replay. Really nobody to throw to. Carl Albert with some good pressure. If you blitz, you might get caught. Leaves you with fewer tacklers on the play. Tarman.
They got to chip away here because they've got to get 23 yards.
That's an incomplete pass right there. They tried to run a little deception, but the Utah pass from Tarman to Richardson underneath may have worked, but the pass was a little shy and incomplete.
They got 2 downs to get 23, so you don't have to go and try and get it all at once. Be nice to get like a quick 10-yard pass. You got 2 timeouts. It'll at least set you up in a 4th and manageable.
3rd and 23. Tarman looking downfield, going for Richardson. Richardson goes down and it's intercepted. No flag in the play. Intercepted, and that should wrap it up. The Irish coaches, players, they're looking for interference. To me, it looks like they just got their feet tangled up.
Yeah, they did. I was watching him the whole way, Steve, and they did get their feet tangled up. There was no interference on the play. And the turnover, as you said, is going to end it. McGuinness does have 2 timeouts left, but
more than enough time for them to run out the clock. And you can see there, they just got feet tangled. Interception taken away there by number 19. That's Adrian Taylor. And he's got the turnover chain, and he's going to be wearing that on the sidelines now. The junior cornerback. And in victory formation go the Carl Albert Titans. Snap it to Harris, and that will be the final play of the game. Not to say that these 2 teams won't meet again, because there's a very good likelihood they will, as they have the last 2 years, meet in that state championship game. The final score, once again, Carl Albert 20 and Bishop McGuinness 14. Coaches up here, they got the victory. They were seated next to us throughout the contest. They get the win. Good job, guys. Congratulations. And the Irish, now they go back to work. They know that if they're going to claim a state championship this year, there is still work to be done. Mike Corley will tell you the same thing. It's no doubt about it, still not a perfect football team. There are things that they can get better at, and there is some competition down the road in Class 5A. But these 2 have been the runners of it for the last couple of years. We'll take a timeout, come back, we'll get the thoughts of the coaches, and also take a look at our player of the game, the play of the game, and some highlights as well. Carl Albert wins it 20-14.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect. And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. During Ford SUV season, get 0% for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Escape, Edge, and Explorer. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
You may have heard of Tulsa Tech, but did you know we offer business and industry training for large and small companies? Come get trained and certified in areas like confined space, HAZWOPER, crane rigging, CPR, first responder, and more. To learn more about our affordable and customized training and how Tulsa Tech can be a valuable resource to your company, call 918-828-5000 or visit us online at tulsatech.edu.
Winter's just around the corner, so it's a great time to replace your furnace before you need it most.
A planned replacement can save you thousands of dollars while improving the comfort and efficiency of your home.
Don't get caught in the cold. Call Airco Service today.
The company you know.
No one thinks about their water heater until it fails.
At that point, you have a huge mess on your hands with water damage everywhere.
A planned water heater replacement can save you a lot of trouble.
Right now, you can save big on a new high-efficiency water heater.
Call Airco Service,
the company you know.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Welcome back. As you can see, both teams are gathered afterwards. Meetings with the team, family, fans on the field. The regular season is over, folks. And now they play, and their goal is the state championship. Carl Albert wins it tonight by a final score of 20-14. Our player of the game tonight, well, was probably going to be whichever team won their running back. And in this case, it happens to be the Rabbit, Adrian Taylor. Here he is breaking a running play early in the contest, going down the sideline, untouched, into the end zone for the touchdown. And then here he is again a second time, and he is able to get in the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. And then Taylor once again with a nice move here. And he will get down the sideline. Big gain here. Finally ridden out of bounds. But he is our player of the game. Adrian Taylor, congratulations to him. Right now we go back on the field to Mike Zingenhorn.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. Coach, congratulations. Second straight district championship. How does it feel?
It feels really good. Old kids hung in there. They did a great job adjusting at halftime and come out and put the ball in two hands, 17 hands, running that wildcat formation, and I was proud of our guys. We adjusted to that eventually and made some good plays, so very happy.
10-0, but the slate is wiped clean as you get ready for the playoffs next week.
That's right. That's what I told them. You know, all the marbles are on the tables now. It's kind of been a tradition around Carl Albert, and the marbles are out there, and you got to go one at a time, but that's our goal.
How about Rabbit? 2 touchdowns and threw for a third touchdown to give you the win.
Yeah. Players make plays. You know, their players made plays. Our players make plays. Big ball games, big players got to step up, and he did.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right. Coach Corley, Steve, and we're going to talk to Rabbit as soon as we can get. He's over celebrating with the team in front of the band, so hopefully we'll get him in about 30 seconds.
And we'll take a look at the play of the game, and it involves the said Rabbit, Adrian Taylor. Let's take a look once again. Here he takes the handoff, and he's going to drop the throw, and he finds his quarterback, Harris, for the touchdown. Let's take another look again. As once Taylor gets the ball in his hands, the defense all wants to know where he's going, and instead he throws it this time to the quarterback, Ben Harris, for the touchdown. That is our play of the game, and here is the player of the game once again with Zig.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. Adrian Taylor. They call you Rabbit. 30 carries, 221 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and a passing touchdown. What else can you do?
I mean, it's a big win for us. You know, Bishop McGuinness is a heck of a team. They're really coached. They're really disciplined. But this is a big game for us. You know, this district champions, and we get 2 home games for the playoffs, so we're sitting good right now.
District championship, second year in a row. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. You know, Carl, we're all about tradition. You know, it's nothing expected, but, you know, coming out here and doing this in front of a good team is pretty good.
Yeah, you did a great job running the football, but you got a lot of help from everybody else, don't you?
Yes, sir. My line, you know, we got a brand new line. My lines is the reason where I'm at right now. They're phenomenal. They block their butts off every single play, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without them.
Well, Rabbit, good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. Adrian Taylor, Steve, our player of the game.
Well deserving. Congratulations to that young man, and congratulations to the Carl Albert Titans as they get the victory tonight by a final score of 20-14. Let's take a look at the final numbers here as they evened out a little bit after the halftime intermission. Rushing yards still in the favor of Carl Albert, 243 as a team, 110 passing for 353 total. And the total numbers there for the Fighting Irish, able to run the football in that second half. Still not able to throw the ball very much, but that's not their MO. The first downs, 4+ for Carl Albert, and there you see the individual statistics. Taylor with 221 yards rushing. He threw a TD, and he also caught a pass as well. And then Dominic Richardson's number on the bottom right of your score. Don't forget, we've got a playoff game coming your way next week. Who it is right now, we're not exactly sure, but you can bet it will be a dandy. We've had a dandy last night. We had another one here tonight. No question about that. And you can also watch this game here Tuesday night on the replay on YurView between Bishop McGuinness and Carl Albert. And for Mike Ziegenhorn and our entire YurView broadcast team, I'm Steve Marshall saying so long from Oklahoma City. With the final score once again, the Carl Albert Titans defeat the Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish by a final score of 20-14. And again, to watch this game on replay, log on to YurView.com. That will be available on Tuesday. Good night, everybody.
Game Time on YurView has been brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Airco, the company you know. Tulsa Tech, for your future success, go to tulsatech.edu. And by Weoki Credit Union. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.